How was the absolute precautionary of an comprehensive 5-year inquiry by an Australia King Committee in Institution Kid Sex Misuse How signed Thursday? In a brief listening in Sydney, Hun Judiciary Peter McClellan, who has led the inquiry, told the Nationality thanks to the survivors who gave evidence on many decades of systemic misuse and led UPS in sectarian and country institutions such as churches, youthful groups, thoroughness homes and schools. McClellan singled out the ancient Roman Catholic chapel in special for frequently setting repute over the security of family in which they found to be many decades of systemic sex misuse, a known design of scandals dogging Roman Catholic institutions globally. Several leaders felt his precedence was to defend the repute of the institutions. Estimated perpetrators frequently had accessing to family, though while sectarian leaders knew the risk, McClellan said suggest, lawyers and members of the social who visited the definitive listening. Hundreds of Roman Catholic priests charged McClellan marked how where may be indignation of institutions how the King Committee was preventing in his sphere. Yet changes must be done, he told. On Friday, the King Committee, the complete name of that is the King Committee in Institution Responding to Kid Sex Misuse, will this a definitive paper cover its investigations to the Governor-General in Canberra. McClellan told the paper will do recommendations how aim to supporting and report Australia governments, institutions and the general social in prevent and responsible to kid sex misuse. They are anticipated to involve issues such as much stronger work in family checks, rationalization reimbursement and manufacturing it facilitating to pursue historic misuse. Committee could conduct to significant changing over the year. 85 recommendations were done front of the definitive received information in a penal judiciary paper given by the committee, consisting the reality priests should be loaded for lack to paper kid sex misuse speak of in a denomination carton. Due to the holy print of the confession where include been telephone call by specialist witnesses for the investigation for Pope of Rome Francis to manual Roman Catholic leaders world to promote priests to paper crimes to police force and to as well believe the affects of celibate and divinity school learning on probable causes of kid misuse. Although it would a significant culture changing, I believe he's probable the chapel would fall obligatory celibate and would get such a guideline really severely, he told. I believe the definitive paper will as well attention on really lot on the feeling of solitude and absence of closeness and how contributes to kid misuse. He added how falling down obligatory celibate would be the largest changing in the Roman Catholic chapel for above 50 year with massive began to be carried out in British instead of Roman. Survivors are no much longer frightened to say up thanks to the committee and squabble such enforced to be reports, she told. They include begun to put the accused directly wherever it belongs. In spite all the testimony in the wide investigation, McClellan reminded the Australia social how misuse in a household installation was and though more issue. He's unbearable and the liability of our whole society how family are creature offended and to do which we can to defend them, he told. At the end of the definitive listening Gail Furness, elder advisor helping the committee, recite out several of the messages spelled by survivors who gave testimony in a specific volume that will be detained at the Domestic Public Library of Australia. To us how one day had no vote now we can be heard. And for us whose lives were ruined now we can start to heal up, one communication told.